has trouble with the snap, and the ball is free.
Okay, next question.
I'm a horse football coach right now.
You know, it got shoved up, shoved it up. It got shoved, right?
All right, now that the bullshit's out of the way, the reason everyone listens to this podcast, the Michigan State Spartans, they will take on the Western Michigan Broncos Friday night at Spartan Stadium at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Central.
Ooh,
thankfully for me, YouTube TV and Fox have gotten, at least for now, they've put an extension on their agreement, and we'll be able to watch it. I think there's so much to talk about here, but also it's like we've said for a couple weeks now. It's like there's so much unknown about this team. I don't really know, where to even begin. And we've talked so much about Aiden Childs, the offensive line, the running backs. So we'll try to really just get into what we can and hammer this into the focus on the matchup with Western Michigan. So Travis, I'll start with you. What's one thing we should be looking out for on the Western Michigan side? What's a concern that, hey, we got to keep an eye on this going into this game?
I would say their running game. Their running back has 1,700 career yards. It was 1,000-yard rusher in 2023. Somehow only had 683 last year, but it's their most. It's what they do best. I mean, because they have a new quarterback in there, they have a new bunch of receivers in there. It's their most familiar part of their offense, and that's what they're going to want to do when they have the ball. Just run it in there. And from our side of things on that, we haven't necessarily been the best at that over the past few years. Obviously, we've been better in some seasons. And I mean, I don't have the numbers off the top of my head last year, but it felt like we were better in that standpoint. So, yeah, just stopping the run is going to be really key important on this.
Yeah, agreed. Sounds like they're going to play two quarterbacks. I don't know if you guys have looked this JUCO transfer they got, and I don't have the name of the school, but his name is, I have it written down. Oh, Brady Jones. The numbers that he put up in JUCO are absurd. Like 44 touchdowns, 4,500 passing yards. I don't know over how many seasons, but let's just say that was 2 or 3 seasons. That's still pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's like a gunslinger type guy, and the other quarterback's more of like a running type.
Well,
Brady.
gunslingers put the ball in harm's way. So,
that's true. That's true. Nicky, what's one thing about Western Michigan that's giving you a little, got to watch out for that, if anything?
I don't know. I mean, it's Western. I need us to play a clean game. But I guess because I know the QB thing, I guess we need to see if one of them is a big gunslinger. Obviously, has to be good, but maybe one of our cornerbacks will be good this year. Maybe our secondary versus friction will come true. We got to maybe show something good there. But what I really just want to see, which I feel like we say this every year, basically since D'Antonio left, I need to see us control the line, like on offense and defense. We need to see these guys are Big Ten players, and we are beating you MAC people up. We just don't get that. Like, I can't see another we're up by 1 in the fourth or one.
One touchdown game against a G5 opponent is happening way too often these past 5-6 years.
Yeah, I need Alicio Miolovic in the fourth quarter. I need all the freshmen playing. I need to be bored of this game by mid-third quarter.
Yeah. You kind of jumped into my next question there. Before we move on, I think the tight end from Western, I think he had led the team in receiving touchdowns last year. Blake Bozma, 6 TDs, led the team. I think he's a solid piece. I think probably one of the better tight ends in the MAC. Definitely we'll have to watch out for him. But like I said, you kind of took my next question. What is takeaway, blowout victory, and then the other end take out, a loss of any kind? What does success look like for you in this game, Trav? What is when the clock is 0, if you want to walk away saying, all right, that was a good game, what does that look like? And then on the other end, what does a bad game look like?
Well, I think like aside from the score and like and having a dominant score, blowout victory, I would say the number one thing I'm looking for is like, do we look like we're the better team than them? Do we look faster than them? Are we beating them to spots? Are we more physical, regardless of what the result of the game is? Because like last year, like I complained a little bit a second ago about how close these games were, and that FAU game was pretty close. But at the same time, we weren't really doing too much to them. There was just we spent most of the game taking deep shots down the field that didn't connect. So I'm looking for us to, number one, connect on those things, and then just like be more physical, more what's the word? I'm drawing a blank on
Dominant.
more sound. Yeah,
Okay.
more fundamentally sound. That's the word.
Gotcha. And then, like, what is a catastrophic outcome to you? Like, obviously, forget a loss, yeah, forget that. But like, if you don't see XYZ, you're gonna walk away concerned for the upcoming season.
If they're still running free on our secondary and our linebackers, that'll be one thing. And also, if we can't run the ball against them,
Mm-hmm.
that would be a big one for me too.
Two very big things. Because I don't want to be sitting here on Saturday morning saying, well, I'm still worried about our offensive line. They couldn't block these guys who play for Western Michigan.
Right.
Yeah.
Agreed. And Nicky, what about you? I mean, you kind of hit on it already, but is there something that you would say like, oh my gosh, like this team is going to be bad?
So I don't want to say like a bunch of interceptions or something, but like, because I mean, if Aiden can throw like if one guy watch has a sick play and there's like a turnover or something, that might just happen. But basically, success would be like, again, just completely dominate them, run the ball easily, see a bunch of different players making big plays. The biggest failure would just be rinse repeat of last year, just like good old. Like taking deep shots that aren't converting, just getting people who, oh man, really drawing a blank. Like just a bunch of penalties. Like we don't look like we know how to play football. Just complete disarray. And like just Aiden doing everything by himself. Like if they can't run the ball, if he's running for his life, like, I mean, I'm all for him making big plays, but if it's just like he's doing everything, like he's making these full body throws, like kind of like, oh, thank God he caught that kind of stuff. That's not going to be cool.
Yeah, agreed. I'm so tired of these opening games. Last year, perfect example, FAU. The year before, Central. I think Central, we were down at halftime 10-7. Last year, we won 16-10 against FAU. I'm so tired of these games being close and like having to walk away from these games like, oh my gosh, this again. Like if we can't beat Western Michigan by 3 scores, how are we supposed to beat USC? How are we supposed to beat, somebody else? And these are MAC teams have get hit so hard by the transfer portal. I mean, the way college football is now. These players have great years. They're on to the next big school. Yeah. There's no reason that like Western Michigan should be keeping a game close at Spartan Stadium, talent-wise, on paper, right? Mm-hmm. I'm just so tired of these 16-10, like 24-21, whatever it may be. Like, I want to see us just put our step on their throats. Like, put this team out in the third quarter. Like, get Alessio Milivojevic in the game. Get some reps for some of these guys.
Yeah, we need to look like the Big Ten team for once, the superior team.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it starts with the offensive line. I think both of you might have said the offensive line needs to move people off the ball. If we can't run on Western Michigan, I'm not going to be able to run on anybody else. And that's really how it goes. We've struggled in these Friday night openers. I mean, they always seem to be closer than they should be. And I could go back Utah State, D'Antonio era. Yeah. I mean, they're just
Bocce saved the day on that one.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't I don't think Michigan State's beat a team, an FBS team. I know everyone will say, well, what about Prairie View last year? FBS teams in the last like 20-something, 21, 22 games, they haven't beat a team by more than 20 points. And I think this would be a good game to stop that trend.
Yeah.
End that streak.
That would be
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Western Michigan, it's Friday night, Spartan Stadium. Should be rocking. Are they doing the stripe deal with the green and the white?
They are.
They are.
Are they? Nice.
They are.
I love, you guys know where I stand on the Friday night openers. I just kind of wish they were opening with like a more like
Boston College.
yes,
Yeah.
like a top tier opponent. I'm not saying open it with Alabama, Texas, or anything like that, but like Boston College, that'd be exciting.
Boise State, Boston College. Like I think that's
That Boise State game freshman year was insane.
That was great.
That was incredible.
And I know these things get scheduled way out, so it's not like it is what it is. But I also like to win the game. I don't want to start off with a loss either. So, defensively, I think Central Michigan,
Western.
I'm sorry, Western.
They've infiltrated the sideline again.
Couldn't get that 10-7 halftime.
Yeah, true. Yeah, there might be Western guy on the sideline or a Central guy on the sideline.
Defensively, they struggled last year. It sounds like getting pressure on the passer is going to be a problem, just from what I've been reading from some of their beat writers. I think from what it sounds like, safeties might be their strength. I think they have a Michigan State transfer, Tate Hallock.
Oh, Tate Hallock,
Tate Hallock, yeah.
That's a MSU family.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting to see.
Quite a few athletes through here.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how Childs can handle, if the offensive line can stifle their lackluster defensive line, how Childs plays. But also, we'll see how he can handle that defensive backfield. I don't think corners are a concern, but we'll see on the safeties.
Yeah, and I'm going to for Childs, I'm going to be looking at his accuracy too.
Yeah,
that was one thing that was a little bit of a, not necessarily a red flag, but a little bit of a bump in the road sometimes last year.
Yeah, definitely. I think decision making first, not turning the ball over, and then accuracy. Last year I loved that they started their first play from offensive from the scrimmage was like a deep bomb. It didn't work out, obviously, but I would love to see that again this year. Yeah, we got to bring back the flea flicker. Yeah,
I don't want it to be an interception. I can say
that. Yeah. That was. I remember thinking, oh, here we go again. Literally, I thought this was going to be different this time.
Like that. The sense of dread that's going to fill my body. You know what? Actually, there are three things that are just going to fill my body with dread. Not converting on a 3rd and 1 or a 4th and 1.
Yeah.
Like that is going to hurt me. First throw being an interception or just any interception, even though I just said that's not going to be that big a deal. Any turnover, especially, is going to bother me in the moment.
Of course.
We'll see how the rest of the game goes. But and then I think no more than 3 penalties.
Penalties.
Yeah.
3 penalties, fine. Spread them out.
Spread them out.
Yeah.
And again, and one more thing, actually. One more. This might even be the most important. No prayer circles over dead athletes.
Injuries.
Yeah. We'll get out of this one clean.
Someone can roll their ankle.
No, I'm with you. The penalties, look, I get it. There's going to be holding. There's going to be offsides, false starts, pass interference. Those are going to happen. The 15-yard personal foul stuff. If I start to see that late hit on the quarterback, I'm going to be so angry. For once, can we just play a clean, somewhat penalty-free game? No stupid penalties. That's what I just can't stand.
That's been the past couple of years. A pretty big problem.
It did get better throughout the year last year. I will say that.
I'll take Nicky's turnover on the first possession a little bit further. We need to score on the first possession in this game. There's no reason if you're the better team, you shouldn't just march right down the field and put it in the end. At least put 3 on the board. I'd rather see it in the end zone, and I don't know if we can put 3 on the board with our kicking.
I was going to say.
I forgot to bring up that.
Yeah.
It's scary. How do we have our backup kicker as a game time decision? How is that even possible? What does
I don't know
he
how
do?
kickers get hurt. I was just going to say, what do kickers do besides kick? There should be no contact involved. I mean, I guess you could pull a hammy or something, but geez.
Stretch then.
I would think that if I'm Jonathan Smith, which I'm not, but if we're on plus side of the 50 and it's like less than 4th and 10, I think you just go for it. Yeah.
Hey.
I mean, they probably won't, but like.
Well, they did last year. Or how about, and if we go for it, how about we convert?
Well,
we need to convert in the red zone.
Yes.
That is one thing. If we're going down the field and just field goal, that's going to piss me the fuck off.
Well,
I'm already getting mad at the first field goal, honestly.
Well, honestly, like the with it being the opener in a MAC team, they might not be like so. I don't want to say aggressive with the play calling, but they might not like show their hand very much with the play calling.
That's true.
They're like a preseason game, like what I mentioned they did last year against FAU with all those deep shots. They didn't really call a very offensively creative game in that game.
Yeah, which I can understand. I mean, you don't want to open up the playbook too much. And in theory, they really shouldn't have to, right? It should be pretty basic run games, pretty basic passing trees, route combinations, and you should be able to win pretty handily without having to dig deep.
And talent alone should be able to do that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm fine with running a couple, deep routes, things like that. Maybe a trick play or two just to put it on film to make defenses think about that. I mean, you got to let Childs throw deep, right? You gotta show opposing teams, hey, we can take the top off. But you don't have to throw out the best plays that you have out against Western Michigan. At least you shouldn't have to. And the same on the defensive side. I mean, just take care of business. I mean, really, there's no reason that Western Michigan should be running up and down. The offensive line, I think, outside of one player, is almost all transfers, which we know how difficult that can be. So it really shouldn't be. I'd like to see some sacks.
Yeah,
some pressure on the quarterback.
Not conference play yet, though. I would rather see them in conference play.
Yeah, if you're gonna save them, or if you're gonna have to save them for conference play. But Travis, you talked about scoring on the first drive. I want to get thoughts on who scores the first touchdown for Michigan State this season.
I am going to go. I'm going to go running back. I am going to go Mekhi Frazier.
Okay,
you're such a Frazier guy.
You're such a Frazier guy.
I mean, the two running. I'm big on these running backs. I guess after those boards from the scrimmage.
More of a Cheers guy,
and they're from Texas.
Nice. Yeah, they are both from Texas. They're both from
Dallas.
DFW. Yeah, both from the area that I cover.
Nicky, what about you? First touchdown.
Right. So Childs throws it. McCray catches it. Beats a defenseman, runs in for a touchdown. I'm not going to say it's the first play, but it's going to be pretty fast.
That was my
Pressure
number 2
McCray.
option. McCray was my number 2 option. So.
All right, here's what I'm going to go with. Great drive, maybe 7 to 10 plays, mix of run and pass, down to like the 2 or 3 yard line, somewhere inside the 5. Childs takes it in on his own, calls his own number.
I have a dark horse TD too.
You're such a quarterback guy. No.
Okay, yeah.
I have a dark horse one too.
Go for it.
You might think I would say Jack Velling, but I'm going to raise you a Michael Masmunis.
So
could I take Brendan Parachek a little bit? Could I sell you on that?
Sure.
Damn, you beat me to it.
Honestly, I'll take whatever.
Let's just give it to the fullback, Jay Coyne.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Get him the first time.
Nick Marsh. Ever heard of him?
Okay, not everybody can score the first touchdown.
And now we're just naming everybody on the offense.
Stanton Ramel, maybe.
Hey, maybe.
Hey, tackle eligible.
Yeah.
Okay, that would get the stadium fucking going. They just do a fan skipper.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else on Western Michigan? I'm just so excited. I'm just so excited for the Spartans to be back. I can't wait for Friday at 7 to have the game on, have a cold beer, long weekend, tons of football ahead of us. I'm just so excited for that feeling to be back, and then for it to be ripped away after a 3-and-out.
Yeah, I was literally about to say the exact same thing. I'm so excited for just that feeling of just existential dread when it's when Charles throws an incomplete pass on 3rd down.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how quickly is it going to be before we start feeling like the announcers are thinking Western Michigan should win this game? It feels like that happens every year.
That'll happen in the first quarter.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, we don't put these teams away. Like,
right.
Honestly, like, I'm getting angry just talking about it. Like, thinking back to all these opening games, like FAU, Central, and I know it goes back farther, but like the Utah State game, that was a different coach, and I get that, but why can't we just put these teams away? Like, why? Like, just blow them out. This is what good teams do. They blow bad teams out. Like, why can't we do that? We're not a good team. I just answer my own question.
Yeah. I was going to say, do you really want the answer to that?
There's no reason Michigan State should only beat FAU 16-10. I mean, that's just
agreed.
Man, I love football so much, and then I just talk about how much it makes me miserable now.
It's such a love-hate relationship.
Maybe I'm just an asshole.
Yeah, that's probably more likely. Oh man, but I think they'll take care of business. There's a lot of positive vibes with this team right now, and I think there's a lot of offensive weapons to show off. That, like, I don't think they dig too deep in the playbook to get Marsh a touchdown, to show Kelly off, to get the run game going, even get the tight ends involved, and could blink in 3rd quarter and it's 34-7. I mean, I don't think it's too much to ask.
No.
Yeah. 34, we'd have to get a field goal. No, we could miss an extra point. That's probably a more likely outcome.
Yeah, that considering what we got, yeah.
Anything else on Western Michigan?
I think we got it.
All right.
Let's just go get a win.
Absolutely.
Yeah.